the Exodus Remnant. When an advanced Earth-orbiting telescope first detected the anomaly on the far side of Neptune, no one believed the readings. The object was massive, larger than any known human spacecraft. Its energy signature was weak but consistent, hinting at ancient systems still clinging to life. Spectral analysis suggested materials of unknown composition, but with traces of isotopic decay that hinted at extreme age. The discovery ignited a firestorm of scientific and political urgency. A mission was proposed, and within a decade, humanity built a ship capable of reaching the relic, the Daedalus. Powered by next-generation nuclear thermal propulsion, supplemented by a high-efficiency ion drive for course corrections, the Daedalus carried a multinational crew of scientists and engineers. Elias Rourke and his team of researchers embarked on the journey, their vessel pushing the limits of human technology. The months-long voyage required precise gravitational assists from Jupiter and Saturn to minimize fuel consumption, and onboard radiation shielding protected them from deep space exposure. As they approached, the monolithic Starship dwarfed their vessel. Its hull bore no markings, no insignias, just pitted metal, silent and unyielding. As their searchlights illuminated its surface, a single phrase was uncovered, etched in a language eerily similar to ancient Sumerian: Exodus. Docking was a slow, nerve-wracking process, requiring RCS thrusters and LiDAR-assisted positioning to align with the ship's derelict airlock. Miraculously intact, it required only minimal external power to cycle open. Internal atmospheric readings showed low pressure with trace amounts of oxygen and nitrogen, suggesting a slow leak over millennia. The atmosphere was thin but breathable with supplemental oxygen. The ship had been waiting for them. Dr. Lillian Voss, an archaeologist with the expedition, activated ancient interfaces using a modified electromagnetic probe, simulating long-dead control signals. Holograms flickered to life, revealing ghostly schematics and star charts. The maps displayed Earth, but not as it was now. The continents were subtly different, the stars surrounding it unfamiliar, a result of stellar drift over tens of thousands of years. A set of coordinates marked a point deep in interstellar space, light years from their solar system. "This ship," Voss whispered, "it came from the stars. But if these charts are accurate, Earth may not have been its original destination." Daniel Curry, the ship's pilot, adjusted the LiDAR scanner to penetrate deeper into the vessel's structure. "So we're looking at what? Proof of an ancient exodus? That's unsettling." "Unsettling?" interjected Dr. Raj Patel, their lead linguist. "This rewrites everything we know about human history." The ship's records were stored in a form of optical data encoding, but Patel's translation algorithm struggled. It reconstructed fragments from what seemed to be Sumerian, Akkadian, and other ancient tongues, piecing together partial messages. The ship had traveled an immense distance and possibly carried passengers who were strikingly human. The team pushed deeper into the ship's corridors, illuminating them with LED floodlights. Signs of past habitation emerged: crumbling furniture, rusted tools, long decayed organic remains. The lack of microbial activity suggested sterilization, likely from extreme cold and radiation exposure. "Looks like they lived here for a while," said Lieutenant Sylvia Carter, their security officer. She ran a gloved hand over a brittle scrap of fabric clinging to a chair's frame. "But what happened to them?" A central control chamber was uncovered, its main console still faintly glowing, likely powered by a long-decayed radioactive isotope generator. Voss and her team worked feverishly, deciphering lines of ancient script and activating long-dormant systems. A sudden chime echoed through the ship, soft but unmistakable. A terminal blinked to life, displaying a sequence of ancient script scrolling rapidly across its surface. "What the hell?" Curry muttered. "Did we just wake something up?" Patel frowned at his tablet. "No. This isn't a response to us. It's automated. Then, a low-frequency electromagnetic pulse rippled through the structure, and a signal was transmitted from the ship into deep space. "What the hell was that?" Rourke asked, eyes narrowing at the monitors on his suit's HUD. Voss scanned the readings. "It's an automated beacon. It's sending out a transmission, but to where?" They discovered more fragments of data, logs detailing a desperate voyage through the void, mentions of a cataclysmic war, of a dying world consumed by its own hubris. The last survivors had fled, seeking refuge among the stars. Earth had been one of several potential destinations, a world deemed suitable for life. But had they truly made it? Had their people survived? Exploring further, the team found evidence of a struggle. Scorch marks on walls, shattered consoles, and what appeared to be ancient weapons, the remnants of a battle long forgotten. "Who were they fighting?" Carter muttered, examining a warped metallic shard. "Another faction of their own kind or something else?" They reached what appeared to be a cryogenic chamber. Rows upon rows of long decayed remains lay within glass coffins, their preservation systems long failed. One pod, however, remained sealed, its occupant preserved in eerie stillness. The body was humanoid, yet subtly different. Taller, more elongated limbs, features reminiscent of early Mesopotamian carvings. A deep unease settled over the team as they pondered the implications. Finally, one message remained mostly intact. With trembling hands, Voss activated the final transmission. A holographic figure materialized, static-ridden but unmistakably human. Its mouth moved, but the words were foreign, harsh yet melodic, ancient syllables carrying the weight of forgotten time. The translation algorithm struggled, fragments of meaning forming alongside the undeciphered speech. "Also shulu, temtaru an, erenu kabitu, usteshbi, anushu." We were the last. Our home was lost. War and ruin carried the seed, searching for sanctuary. More words followed, but the machine could not fully translate them. The speech was distorted, incomplete. Yet, the final phrase that came through was unmistakable. "Anushu, lamatum, la umanu." If you are watching this, then perhaps we succeeded. Perhaps you are our legacy. Silence followed. The weight of history, of forgotten ancestors, bore down on them. Then the beacon transmission ceased. Whatever signal had been sent was now out there, traveling beyond the solar system. Epilogue, 2 years later. Deep within Space Command, inside the U.S. military's Strategic Orbital Defense Complex, alarms blared. Operators scrambled, eyes locked onto screens displaying an anomaly at the outer edge of the solar system. A gravitational distortion, something approaching at relativistic speeds, something that hadn't been there before. A transmission came through, garbled yet deliberate, its cadence unsettlingly similar to the ancient language discovered aboard the Exodus relic. Astronomers raced to interpret the signal, using AI-assisted decryption and quantum entanglement relays to analyze its structure. Far beyond Neptune, something had received the signal. And now, it was coming. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.